Hi everyone, Tyler here from TW-Waytek. Today we're going to be talking about how to easily manage a project in SharePoint using Microsoft Lists. So let's get started. Microsoft Planner or Project are fantastic tools for managing projects, but are very limited when it comes to customization. The great thing about Microsoft Lists is that you start with a blank slate and it's completely customizable. I'm going to create a list in this video based on one I created while developing Microsoft Power Apps at Cuisine Solutions. We were converting hundreds of quality assurance paper forms into Power Apps across 4 US plants and needed a way to track our progress both internally for our IT team, externally for the plant QA project managers, and for leadership of both teams, since we were not running any type of DevOps tool. So I'll be building a very simplified version of the list, but it can serve as a blueprint for setting up your own. Let me start by reviewing what I'll be making today. This is the main list with some dummy data. There's an item name, which is the items that we would be building. We have the developer, which is you can select or add a name of any of the users that you have in your Active Directory. Department, this is a choice. Column, where we can select from specific items. End user, this is also the same as a developer, where we can select from our Azure Active Directory. Item status, the status of the project. This is another choice column. Then we have the dev start date. It's obviously a date column, dev end date, and then the end user approval date. End user approval date is when the project is finished, or the item in the project is finished. So, and then we created several other views. So we have a calendar view. So this shows at a monthly level the different projects that we have coming up. You can look by across the different months. We have essentially it's the all items list, but it's grouped by the developer, so we can see the different projects assigned to the different developers. And then there's a project board. So this is actually similar to Microsoft Planner, where you can actually move items around across the different, in this case, it's the different project status. So if we start on something, let's say we can move this to development, and it would actually update the status from it not started to in development. And you can still click on the items and make any other changes you'd like to make to them along the way. And then, so even from the all items, you can filter by specific items. So if you just want to look at maybe a couple of them, you can filter those. You can clear the filters here. Brings everything back. You can group by name. So for instance, like we have in our open items by developer, we can group by specific developer, let's say. We can undo that and do the same thing by end user, so we could see which end user. Group by the end user, same thing, which is nice. We can filter again, so we can look at by departments. So let's say we just want to look at human resources. These are the projects. So it's very functional. One other capability is also search, so we could search for anything specific. We can clear this out, say look for any of the ones related to flow. So here's create a flow. So again, it's very powerful, especially when you're dealing with a lot of items. So it's extremely efficient, fast, and it's definitely a great tool. So let's take a look at how we would make that. Okay, so first step is we're going to create a new list. So we're going to go into Microsoft Lists. So you can go to office.com, go to your apps, look for lists. And then from here, we're going to create a new list. I'm going to create a blank list. Just give it a name. Project Tracker Demo. Give it a color. Give it an icon. And then we're going to save it to a specific, either your lists here or a specific SharePoint site. We're going to keep it in the site navigation. We're going to click Create. Okay, so now we're going to create the columns for the list. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to rename the title column. We're going to call it item name. We're going to add another column. This is going to be a person column. I'm going to call this developer. It'll be personal group. We will show a profile picture. Click Save. Next is going to be a choice. Click Next. Let's give it a name. We're going to call this department. And we're going to rename our choices here. So we'll do marketing, human resources, accounting, and that's it for here. Click Save. We're going to add another column, another person column. So name is going to be end user. We'll allow for profile pictures. Click Save. Add another column. It's going to be another choice column. Calling this item status. And for the choices, put in not started, in development, QA testing, and user testing, and then end user approval. No default value. Click Save. Then we're going to add a date column. So it's going to be a date and time. We'll call this dev start date. It'll not include time. It'll be in friendly format, and it will have a default value for today's date. Click Save. I'm going to add another date and time. It's going to be dev end date. Put it in friendly format, but no default value. And then the last column is going to be another date time. It's going to be end user approval. Friendly format, no default value. And then click Save. Next, we're going to add some views to our project tracker. So we can come over here to the plus sign, just add a view. We're going to create a, well, first let's call it, we'll call it calendar view. Show as a calendar. Default layer will be month. Start date will be dev start date. End date will be dev end date. We'll make it public. And title of the items on the calendar will be the title, or item name, should be the same thing. And then we'll click create. So we don't have any data yet in our list to show you how that looks. So I'm going to create another view. The next view is going to be a status board view. So we're going to come up here. We'll call this project status board. We're going to show this as a board. We're going to organize it by item status. So these are the two choice columns here. I'm going to show it by item status. We're going to click create. You can see here it looks a lot like Microsoft Planner, where you have essentially different blocks that we can move items around in. And then lastly, we'll create a view which organizes the items by developer. And let's see here. So we would just come in here. I'm going to call this open items by developer. And we'll just keep it as a list. So we're going to hide this column. Okay, so we have our columns. Now we're going to go ahead and edit the view. So we'll come in here, we'll go to edit current view. Here we have the columns that we want to have displayed and in the order to be displayed. We're going to sort the first column. We're going to do the sort first by end date in ascending order. We're not going to do a second sort. And we want to filter. We're going to filter by item status and is not equal to end user approval. And that way it's going to filter out anything that's already been completed. For more information on this video and more, make sure to visit my website at TW-Waytek.com. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description below. Also be sure to check out these other videos related to SharePoint lists on the ribbon at the top of the screen. So that concludes my video. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my channel to get all the latest technology tips, and to visit my website at TW-Waytek.com, where you'll find even more tips and tricks. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.